Sometimes the music industry isn't all peace, love, and rock and roll. Behind the scenes, things can get competitive, even between bands that fans admire equally. That's exactly what happened between Rush and Toto back in the late 1970s, at least according to Steve Lukather. In a 2023 interview on the JJ French Connection podcast, Toto's guitarist, Steve Lukather, recalled a moment he would never forget. The band was opening for Rush during the early days of their career, but something strange happened on stage. "We opened for Rush," Lukather said, "and they pulled the plug on us." Yes, and literally. Mid-performance, their sound was cut off. According to Steve, Toto was going down too well with the crowd. He believed Rush's team didn't like how much attention the opening act was getting. "It was weird, around," he said. "I get it, but it was like being the opening band and treated as such." Back then, in the late 70s, things weren't always fair for opening acts. The headliner had all the power, including the power to shut things down. Lukather explained that it wasn't even about the bands themselves. He believed it might have been the crew. "Sometimes these crew guys go at it," he said in another interview. "It doesn't matter. I'm not holding grudges. I don't hate Rush." But still, the incident clearly left a mark. At the time, Toto was touring their second album, Hydra, released in 1979. They were trying to prove themselves as a real rock band, not just pop musicians. Lukather said, "We wanted to come out rock, and we were a rock band, and they put us in another category." That didn't sit well with Toto, especially since their debut album had been successful. But Hydra was different. It included jazz, funk, and progressive elements. Not everyone liked it. Critics, including Rolling Stone, called it a step down from their first album. Lukather remembered how Rolling Stone mocked Hydra for lacking the magic of their debut, but he laughed it off. "We were just following our muses," he said. "We didn't want to listen to anybody." Interestingly, Rush was also going through a pivotal time. During the same year Toto was promoting Hydra, Rush was pushing their sixth album, Hemispheres. That album later became a fan favorite, but not even Rush expected that. Geddy Lee later said he thought people would find it too weird. He didn't believe songs that long would ever work on radio. But somehow, Hemispheres went platinum. So while Toto was trying to experiment and getting punished for it, Rush was doing the same, but eventually celebrated for it. Maybe that tension, that difference in reception, was part of the reason things got weird backstage. Still, Lukather made one thing clear. He doesn't hate Rush. He respects them as musicians. But the night they shared a stage, that night, things didn't feel so friendly. Toto and Rush never performed together again after that tour. They never fully addressed the incident either. Lukather said he spoke to one of them once. Just a phone call. That was it. So what really happened that night in the late 70s? Was it a simple mistake? A grumpy crew member? Or was it truly sabotage? We may never know the full story. But one thing's for sure. For Steve Lukather, it was a moment that stuck with him for life.